Hello everyone, welcome back to this house of fashion. Hope you have another video. Today's tutorial is going to be based on how to cut this lovely style you're seeing on the screen. So the main tutorial on this style is the half cut, the way the edge of the lace face each other without joining. So that is what we want to take note here, and you can't cut this without pattern paper, and this is what I'm using. You can see my pattern paper. The wideness is going to carry my bust measurement. I'm cutting out the back first, but the back I'm cutting out is not going to have a zipper allowance because I want to use it to cut out the front as well by placing this pattern paper to cut out the front. So if I'm not using this to cut out the back first, that means I'm going to place it on a fabric, then add a zipper allowance to the fabric. You're going to see how I'm going to do it. So the first measurement here is shoulder measurement, which is 8.5 inches. That's 17 inches for the back. Where is it? With 1 inch for the shoulder slant. Then I want to take the length of the half cut, so I'll be making use of 18 inches. The 18 inches is with the same allowance. Then I want to have a straight line because I'm going to do this straight before cutting it. So I'm taking 18 inches here as well. That is where the shoulder ends. I'm taking it 18 inches. Then we can have a straight line by joining the two together. You understand, like this. So after this, now the next thing I'm going to do is to take the armhole measurement. That is going to be after the shoulder slant. You can see armhole measurement of 8 inches. I don't want to use 8.5 inches because the length of the armhole here is 16 inches. That's why I'm making use of 8 inches. So you can see the length now. It's supposed to be 18, it's not 17 because of the shoulder start, so it's still okay. So here is the bust measurement. The bust measurement here I'll be making use of 12.5 inches. That's 50 inches bust. That is the bust measurement. You can see. So I can add 2 inches of seam allowance to it. This is not constant. You can make use of any inches of allowance of your choice so far you can control it. So 42 inches is the waist measurement. That's 10.5 inches in 4 places. So with additional of 2 inches for the seam allowance, then I'm going to connect them together as well, like this. You can see. So after that, I'm going to take the line properly so that for you to see it. Then I'm going to take the armhole. You can see the armhole. Then to bring out the shape of the armhole properly, I'm going to make use of my armhole curve like this. Then I'll now cuff it just to give me that cuff area at the armhole side. You can see it now. After that, I can now take the roundness of the neckline to be 3 inches wideness, and the deepness I'm going to use 1.5 inches. Then I can now connect it together like this using my armhole cut to bring out the shape of the neckline. After that, I'll now cut it out. So after that, I can now cut it out. This is the half length, you can see. This is where the half length is. Then I'm going to cut it. This is the shape. So let me cut it out for you to see it properly. I'm starting from here. So here is after the cuttings. The next thing is to take the dart, and the dart measurement is 9 inches. So this is 4.5 inches. When you open it, it's going to give us 9 inches. So here is it. And I want to take the length of the dart up to 5 inches. This is not constant. It depends on where you want to stop your dart. Then we're going to take the line straight to the 5 inches that we took. You can see. After that, I'm going to take half inch from both sides. That is how you're going to hold your dart. If you are taking the dart, that's how you're going to hold the dart. So half inch here, then half inch at the other side. Then I'll now slant it to the peak of the line like this. So this is after placing it on a folded fabric, you can see, and I'm leaving my zip allowance at the back, just 1 inch of zip allowance. It's not constant, it depends on how you want it to be. So the next thing I'm going to do is to use that to cut it out. So I'm cutting this out first before cutting out the it's an overlap that we're going to use at the front. So before we can use this pattern to cut out the front, I'm using it to cut out the back first. So here is the cuttings, you can see. So the next thing is just to divide the back, since it's folded. So we have to separate it because there's going to be a zip that is going to pass through it. So I'm done with this. So I notch the center just to know the center, then I open it. After that, I want to take 1 inch away from the center. Then from that 1 inch, I'm slanting it up to the shoulder like this. I added that 1 inch because I don't want to have a sharp edge there, but by the time I turn everything, it's going to give me the sharp edge that I want. So the 1 inch just like a seam allowance. Let me just put it that way. So after that, we don't need this anymore. This is what we need. Then we keep this aside, then we work on this. Now this is what we want to use to bring out that edge of lace on the fabric. So you can now see how I'm going to fold my fabric now with edge. Then I'll place this on it now for you to see. So please pay attention to this. You can see the slant area is at where the edge of lace is. So that is how you're going to place it when you want to cut out this particular style. You make sure the slant area on your pattern is at the edge of the lace. Then after when you place it properly, then you can now cut it out. So we are done with this. You can now see the edge of lace. You can see where it falls to. It falls at the front part of the style, part of the half cut. You can see it, and I can see how beautiful this is. It's because we are making use of sample lace. Assuming we are making use of a real lace, we're going to see how this is going to turn out nice. So this is now the front. This is how you're going to face it. So here is the folding of a triangle flare that the edges falls to where we are not cutting. You can see how I face the edges to this side, because the edge continue from the half cut to the full length of the dress. So let me now take the radius of which is going to fall to the waistline. The radius is our waist measurement here, so I took it at 11. The waist measurement I needed here is just 42 inches. So I take my tape from this point down to 11 inches. So it's at that 11 inches that I'm going to get my 10.5. 10.5 in 4 places is going to give us 42 inches. So you can see, and the 10.5 must give you, you must add a seam allowance, which is going to be your zip allowance to it. So this is 10.5. I think I'm going down to half inch. When I'm cutting, I'll just go down with half inch so I can get my zipper allowance with that. So from there now, I will now take my half cut of 18 inches, and I've done many tutorial on how to cut 180-degree flare. So from this half cut now that I took off, I'll just take the full length of the dress round what I folded out. Here is after cutting it, and this particular 180-degree flare, it has a joining, and I've already cut the joining as well. You can see the joining, the 2 joining that is going to be at the side. So here is it. So I've done that already. I've cut it out. This is for the sleeve, and it's folded into 2, then into 4, like a slant A line. You can see where it's slanted. You can see it's not equal. So the first thing I'm going to do is just to bring out the shape of the sleeve. So the area at which we're going to add to the armhole at the half cut, you understand. But seeing this is not going to be enough. because the roundness of the sleeve is not enough, so I have to go down to some inches.
And the length of the sleeve is 20 inches.
So here is the cutting of the sleeve. You can see how it is. Then the sleeve has an elastic rubber, so I want to take the length at which the elastic rubber is going to start from. So I just took some inches from up. You can see I want to go down to these inches. The first one I took is too high, so I go down to some inches. You can see this is about 4 inches from the down of the sleeve. So I will now connect it straightly like this. Then I'll now notch this area so that by the time I'm sewing it, this is the area I'm going to add my elastic rubber to. So please ignore the first one here. We're using this particular one. So here is after turning everything. You can see this is the back. I've turned it with a facing. You can see the facing at the back. So this is the other side too of the back. So here is the front, the two fronts. You can see the slant line. You can see the way I turn it. I turn it in such a way that the edge of the lace will still be showing at the neckline. So that is how I turn it. You can see it now. So this is the first one, and here is the edges. Then this is the second one as well. So this is how it's going to stand. Welcome back. Here the finished work so far. This is after joining everything together. You can see how beautiful this turns out. If you are watching for the first time, subscribe to my channel for more amazing tutorials. And for those who have already subscribed, I really appreciate you guys for watching my video. Always see you in my next tutorial. Bye.